Hello, 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 my cha-cha time listeners. You here on cha-cha time and you, and I have some tea for you on Mr. Jamal Brand.
Or anything in that franchise ever again. But I wanted you to know why. I took a couple of days to be sober and clear of mind, so I would not, in fact, operate in emotionalism, but in sound judgment. So I want to tell you why you will never see me on the Housewives of Potomac again. It has been a gross misrepresentation of my character, my ministry, and my humanhood. There are a couple of things that have happened this season that require immediate redress. Many of you who are watching bombarded me with accusations of abandoning my family, not being there for my girls. As if I was just in Atlanta, frolicking around and participating in neglect. The truth of the matter is, I was in South Africa. I was in South Africa coming back for the photo shoot and had a delay in Frankfurt, Germany for 6 hours. The producers knew it, the network knew it, and as a consequence, my flight did not land in enough time. And none of that was mentioned. None of it was brokered. None of it was represented. Secondly, what happened on Housewives of Potomac is that many of you misguidedly thought that it was in real time. It was, in fact, recorded a year ago in 2019. And so you saw my children who were not happy with me, but you didn't have context. It was their first day of school, and this is the very first time in their entire lives that the first day of school I was not present to pick them up or to take them. Any of you who have teenagers understand the emotional roller coaster of teenage girls. So, consequence, I had just moved to Atlanta, so it was adjustment for them and it was for me. They are absolutely daddy's girls. As a matter of fact, they are here in Atlanta often and frequent, and more than their school, they wear new birth t-shirts and hoodies almost every day. Faithfully, even while in Maryland, they watch their father on Sunday morning in worship. I have a very healthy relationship with my children, which I value and which I absolutely don't take for granted. The third thing that was put out there pejoratively was disparaging remarks made by my father-in-law, Mr. Curtis Graves, who is 83 years of age. He's 83 years of age, and unlike me, I was raised old school, that you never disrespect elders. I honor him. He's an amazing man, has had incredible accomplishments, and he has every right to feel protective over his daughter. I've been divorced for now 10 years, and he and I have not had a heart to heart, man to man conversation about me breaking the heart of his baby girl. Anybody who is married or been married understands that working with in laws is a process and it is a journey. So that was, in fact, one of the very few times in 10 years that we have been in proximity. But I want on record that I honor him. He's made tremendous strides in history. He is my fraternity brother, and I want my children to always know that I honor their grandfather and Gizelle's father. I then want to move. Let me make sure I'm on the right page of my binder, because you can't bring me receipts if I got the cash register. So let me press the cash register. Yes, I dated a young lady in New York. In case you all missed it, I've been divorced for 11 years, and single people date. When you date, sometimes it works, and sometimes it didn't. In this instance, it did. Nothing immoral, illegal, or unethical took place. It did not work out. There is some clarity that needs to happen. I'm not married. I'm not engaged. So some of you have a strange relationship with language. You can't have a mistress while you're single. So I never had a mistress. As a consequence, she has never been to visit me in Atlanta, never been to Newburgh, never been in my home. I've never been in her home. Now, you would think that things just move forward and people move on. They don't. So if we're going to show text messages, let's show all the text messages. Let's show the text messages of the young lady asking to fly to Atlanta for my installation. Show the text message where I said, no, it's not a good idea. You're going to show the text message, show all the text messages where you asked to come down for Memorial Day. You can't come here. You're going to show the text messages, show the text messages where you complained because I didn't open the door for you to speak on the Word Network. You're going to show the text message, show all of them, how it is that you wanted me to hire you to be on staff. I told you you weren't qualified. And so January, I brought in new staff members, 3 of them. My assistant pastor, Colleague Lemons, my internet pastor, Kervance Ross, and my emerging generations pastor, Cariana. So you can show the text message from January 5th, where you sent me in text, oh, I see you hired a young lady. You must be sleeping with her. But I responded, no, I didn't even know her before I hired her. 56 people applied for the job, and she emerged because she is competent and because she is capable. And so for you to insinuate it is fraudulent. You don't read the text messages. Read the text messages where you asked me to review your dissertation on Black women's empowerment. And I told you it needed a revision because it doesn't have depth. It doesn't have enough nuance, and there is no creativity. You're going to read the text. Read the text. How it is that you sent this, quote, receipts to 27 periodicals and blogs, hoping to sell a story. And of the 27 you sent it to, 25 dismissed it because they knew it had no merit, it had no weight. And so because doors were not opening, because you're chasing clout and an opportunity to get on a stage that gift and integrity necessitate, you then sent it to the executive producers of Bravo. Sent it to the executive producers of Bravo, they didn't respond. So you sent it to every person in the cast. Your dissertation is on the empowerment of Black women. So the question is, if you're empowering Black women, why'd you send it to the entire cast and never send it to Gizelle? You want to equip her and not break her or crucify her, and you thought something was awry, then the responsible thing to do is to go to that woman. But you didn't do that. It's okay. What you didn't say in passing out this information is that you and your sister are starting a magazine. very flagellant, no circulation, poor editing. And so my coy in answering you about where I am and what I am doing is not as a friend, but because I didn't want it in publication and I didn't trust it, obviously wisely, that it wouldn't be used otherwise, because every ask had a demand for something else. Now, the only person who bought into it uh, was Monique. So let's go to that. Where's Monique? Oh, here she is. Monique Samuels, I've never met, never shook her hand, never been in a room with her. And yet she's assassinated my character with high level of ire, anger, and hostility. A man she's never met. Now, I've got to address this because on national, international television, you've labeled me a holy whore. I think is the word you used, holy whore. And so I need to give some address to that. I'm not sleeping with any woman in my church, and I have no babies in my church, and I have no inappropriate relationship with any woman in my church. Now, I'm sorry, I'm having trouble reading my own writing. Oh, here it is. So I understand what the hostility was about and why the redirect of attention was on me. The redirect of attention on me, you teamed up with your best friend, who rest in peace, has gone on to be with the Lord, and generated a story because you wanted to redirect because you thought a story was getting ready to break that your baby is from your trainer. And that's what got your husband upset because he thought Gizelle leaked it. And I want to tell you, Monique and Chris, it is not Gizelle who leaked that, but Monique, your best friend Gigi. We had nothing to do with it. You came hostile and angry, and it was misdirected rage. Misdirected rage because you live in a house with a man who has anger management, who doesn't mind expressing volatile behavior. And everything that I'm saying tonight is not conjecture. This is not murder. This is self-defense. And so on Sunday, for the first time in 5 years, I'm inviting my audience to watch the reunion, Housewives of Potomac, where you will see Monique's husband try to attack my wife, my ex-wife, Ann Robin. And security had to be called, and he had to be subdued. And I'm very concerned. Monique, you all have my phone number, as you expressed on the show, but I had you all's address. And because of grace, I didn't respond to that. Chris, you've got to take care of CTE. Yeah. Some of your former teammates contacted me. They're concerned. Said, Jamal, please don't respond because CTE is a progressive degenerative disease from a history of trauma to the brain. And so just last week, you had an outbreak again, verbally assaulting a Black woman in Safeway. We have the footage of that, but I'm not going to air that. But I'm asking you to please get help. I've tracked down your pastor, so all of what I'm saying is in love, so that your pastor can help you get the help that is needed and that is necessary. None of this really necessitated happening. I've not bothered any of you. I've not said anything disparaging against any of you. I've not attacked any of you. But I thought it was necessary for a couple of reasons. I thought it was necessary because of the failures of my past. It made the accusations of the present believable. And many of you began writing on my social media with no information, began attacking me with no information, start going all the way in with no information. And I wanted believers to know that no matter what it is that you did in your past, you can outlive it in your present. Regrettably, those of you who have said the most vile, nasty, and negative things did it behind scripture. You did it under the guise of being saved, not calling for prayer, but immediately calling for crucifixion. I didn't say that I was perfect, nor do I pretend to be. But don't come for me unless I invite you. All of us are in a journey of a process of trying to be better, trying to work out, and I am one of them. And so you have to forgive me because I'm not going to hold you long. Pastor, why are you running? I'm running because I got to get ready, because Saturday I got to feed 8,000 families in Atlanta who don't have groceries. I think I got to announce that here because none of these bloggers are going to write about that. I got to go because as soon as I finish that, I got to open up Christmas City for 1,000 disadvantaged children whose parents are incarcerated, they're in foster care, or their parents have been laid off in COVID. I got to go because I got to go further, make sure that by January 5th, we elect 2 senators from the state of Georgia and flip the state and change the nation. I got to go because I'm not called to entertainment. I'm called to empowerment. So I know that many of you will still have stuff to say. I am not here to convince you. What I am here to say is I wish we would expend as much energy pushing positive than we do pushing negative. I wish when one of us falls or makes a misstep, we will cover them, protect them, and then push them. I wish that at some point or another, we would mature and reason together. I live in Atlanta, but I'm from Baltimore. I want to wish all of you a Merry Christmas and to all a good night. God bless you.